you don't have yourself a foam roller, get one. Preferably the bigger one, like this. The smaller, like rounded ones, those ones are a little bit more uncomfortable. These bigger ones feel so much better, especially if you're trying to roll your back. Kind of hit everywhere. Just a little warm up, especially if you have like low back pain. This helps. Body's feeling a little tight. Been doing my home projects downstairs, and so that's why, you know, when you hear people talking about that they don't need to go to the gym because they have manual labor jobs or whatever, I'm telling you, I've done manual labor jobs, and when you don't exercise and that's all you do for fitness, I can promise you, you go into the gym and work out one time, you're going to be sore, because it's a totally different kind of movement. And just because you can lift, you know, steel beams over your head or carry, you know, 100 pounds at your job doesn't mean you're going to be a unit in the gym, or that you're totally two different styles of training, I guess you could say. You can do all the way down your legs. You can roll the sides. I'm not going to get that crazy into it. It was mainly my back that was causing me some grief. Oh, already feels better. Looser. So, I have decided officially to get my personal training business up and running. Something that I am truly passionate about, and I enjoy it. I love it. Makes me happy. You know, I got certified to be a personal trainer, spent the money to do it. Also took the NCCA accredited exam. So for those that don't know, you can just take the regular online exam, where basically you could study for it if you want, or you could just buy the program and then cheat if you want. You could just use the internet, since it's open book, it is timed, but you could just bullshit it, take it, get your certification, whatever. But in some cases, you know, if you go and you do the accredited one, that one's proctored, so you can either do it at home, where, you know, you have to have a camera, somebody watches you, or a system watches you, you know, some AI bot thing, tracks your eyes, makes sure that you're not like doing anything crazy, or you can go in person and do it. I also took the opportunity to go do that because doing something that's accredited does hold some value over the non-accredited versions, meaning that you actually know what it is that you're doing, because there is no open book when you do the accredited exams. So just something to think about if you're somebody that's looking at getting your training certification. You know, it's like a few extra bucks or whatever. It's nothing crazy. Oh, man. Achy. Some quick little warm up here. Nothing special. It's my usual. I'll have my dose of the usual. Just doing it. I like to kind of, my warm up is kind of just hitting a little bit of everything that's going to get worked anyways, because most of my exercises are fall into kind of like that full body. Just keep it simple, stupid. That's all you gotta do. Just keep your workouts simple. Keep it simple, stupid. KISS, right? Get yourself a little whiteboard if you're somebody that works out at home, right? Get yourself a whiteboard. You can kind of see that. And you just sit down and you just write it down. You can follow a very specific program. Obviously, if you're new to exercise, you know, having a specific plan is extremely important because you're not conditioned yet. So you have to stay consistent with a specific workout that you're trying to do to achieve whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, like just get stronger, especially if you're new to exercise. No matter what you do, your body's going to respond to that. If you're somebody who is more advanced, more conditioned, you do have to start making some minor changes in order to, you know, because our bodies adapt, right? Like it's normal for our bodies to adapt, and then we go into what's called homeostasis. Like eventually, once you've kind of hit that plateau, our bodies just want to stay the same. They don't want to change. So if you do the same exact thing every day, right, and you keep roughly the same weight, same repetition, same this, same that, your body has no reason to change and get stronger, faster, whatever. So if you start making those minor changes, right, where you start throwing in an incline bench instead of a flat bench or shoulder press, right? Like you just start making those little changes and your body's gonna start going, oh, okay, I got something new that I need to adapt to, right? And so it's serving the same purpose, but you will feel the benefits of it later on down the road. It's like investing your money, right? Like what you do today, you're not going to notice it tomorrow, but you are going to notice it in the future, right? As that compounding effect, right? And it's just the compound. And a little air squats here. Get those quads, the knees kind of warmed up. Oh. So today's workout is just consisting of kind of still in that like moderate load, not super high intensity, just to, it is the weekend, so kind of treating this as more of like your active recovery. So not trying to, beat yourself up, but kind of get in a little bit more of that repetition. It's good, this part is good for hypertrophy, like if you're trying to kind of sculpt yourself a little bit. And so I like to do active recovery on the weekends. Generally, I'll just do kind of like a quick little easy hit workout, or I'll hit the bike or the rower or something. But this, is good if you're if you're just trying to still kind of stay in that, you just want to lift weights, but you're not trying to kill yourself. So that's kind of where this specific workout falls in. So, as you start to hit kind of like the higher repetitions, you start hitting more hypertrophy. If you want to hit more strength, right, you're going to go into a little bit lower reps, heavier weight. You want to get closer to that so-called 1 rep max, which I will argue the whole, training to failure area. 1 rep max is, if it works for you, do it. But if you're somebody that cares about, more so of that injury avoidance, then, steer clear of your 1 rep max tests. I would say, when you hear people talk about reps in reserve or whatever, I would shoot more towards like keeping, 2-3 reps in reserve. The whole purpose of fitness is just getting better. No matter what somebody tries to sell you, what you read on the internet, the whole idea of fitness, and really the only goal of fitness should just be to be better than you were yesterday. I've never been one to be a follower, so everything I do for me. I do based on what it is that I want to do, what I think is going to be best for me in the end. Yes, I have people on the internet that I follow, get ideas from them, ways to maybe change up my workouts or whatever. But at the end of the day, you have to make a program or receive a program from a trainer that you enjoy doing, right? The biggest part of why so many people just leave fitness when they start is they don't enjoy it. They're not enjoying the programming, even though no matter what, them just doing it is so important for their overall health. But we don't stick to things that we don't enjoy, right? If you're not gonna wake up every day and go to the gym at 5-6 o'clock in the morning, if that's the only time that you can work out, but that's the time you said you're gonna go start to exercise, and you start doing a program, and if you don't like that program, right? Like, why wake up? And you're not just waking up at 5, you're going to the gym at 5, which means you're probably waking up around like 4:20. So, and you're not gonna lose more sleep to go do something that you don't enjoy already. Most of us don't even enjoy work. So find something that fits. Take everything with a grain of salt. Try to kind of take all the information, little bits from everywhere. They would call that cherry picking. Put it together and kind of find an area that makes you happy, that you feel is like, hey, I can stick to this for 6 months to 12 months, and then I'll make changes after I start to realize that I'm getting bored or whatever. So keep your workouts fun. That's what's important. I personally love exercise. It is fun. It's a great way to clear your mind and get a little sweat, you know? You get a little forehead sweat. Maybe you ate bad yesterday and you just want to sweat it out. Exercise. You'll feel better about it. You ate that cheeseburger? Sweat it out. You'll feel better about it. I'm supposed to be painting my walls right now. Being that I've been doing what's called a smooth coat on all the walls in my house to get rid of the orange peel texture that I hate so much. Trying to modernize the place a little bit. But it's feeling a little sore, so. But painting is not as bad as having to roll on the mud and then scrape it. So a little bit more relaxing. Bent over rows. Oh my goodness. So if you're dealing with like a tight back, or you just feel like your back is just so tight and just compressed, and you have something that you can just like kind of grab onto and just kind of like let your body kind of just drape there, and you'll sometimes feel, I always feel it like mid back and like right above my butt crack, where it's like you can almost feel like a grinding, but like a separation, like the spine is getting that distance between itself. You know, if you have disc degeneration or like certain injuries with your spine, compression, tight. The other side of it too is, you know, when you think of your core, like most people are like, oh, my core, you just think of like your abs, right? Well, you have what's called your global core, which goes all the way, you know, it has your abs. You've got your deep muscles of the abdomen. You've got the muscles of the spine. You've got like, you know, your obliques. There's so much more. Most people just only focus on like their abs. Like, you know, that's all people want to see, I guess, is people just want to have abs for whatever reason. I don't care. But there's so much more to your core. And if it's weak and all you focus on is doing, you know, ab crunches or whatever, you know, you're missing out on the rest of your body. So just kind of some mental things to think about, you know, if you want to do your research or whatever, or I can dive even deeper into the muscles of the global core and all that and kind of what that consists of. But just to keep it at layman's terms, there is more than just your abs that you can see, just so we're aware. Last set. Back, lower back is on fire. It really is. Yowzers. Woo. Also, we're just doing this whole workout with 135 pounds. So it's a great weight. It's a great low weight. But if you do enough repetitions, you could use 10 pounds. And if you do enough repetitions, your body's gonna feel it. But I like 135. I feel like it's a fair weight to get good quality burn out of it. And a bump. Get a nice bump out of it. Oh. We're only doing sets of 15, not 20. Yikes. Oh yeah, we're feeling it, boys. If you're surrounded by people who don't support your journey, they don't support the path you're on, you need to distance yourself from those types of people. It can be hard because a lot of times the people who are the most negative in our lives are the people who are supposed to be closest to us, right? Like, it's supposed to be your support group. It's supposed to be the people who you would want to believe want to see you succeed, right? So when you go to make a drastic career change, or you quit a job to go pursue something different, those people are going to have the most negative things to say, whether they make a comment to you, but they'll kind of like sugarcoat it a little bit, or they'll make those negative comments to other people behind your back and then act cool to your face. So the best thing you can do when you're looking at making these big changes or these big life, we just call them risks, you're taking risks to see if maybe there's something better for you from a career standpoint that's, whether it's gonna provide you with a better financial situation, maybe kind of financial, nothing drastic, but you just feel happier, you're better, you wanna show up every day. It's better to do these things kind of in the shadows, like kind of try to internalize it a little bit, build it, and then really work on it really, really hard so that one day, when it starts to produce that fruit, right? You plant the seed today, it's gonna produce the fruit, maybe not tomorrow, but here in the next year and a half or whatever, right? You just gotta stick out that grind, stay motivated, stay determined, stay disciplined, which is the big one. Motivation will wear out, discipline is what keeps you going. So, don't let people that don't actually have like a legitimate impact on your day-to-day, they don't pay your bills, they don't provide you with anything, they're whether they're family, close friends, doesn't matter. You got to focus on you, because if you're always worried about what everyone else says, you're never going to branch out of your comfort zone. You're going to stay in the same consistent rut that you wake up every day and go, man, I really hate this. Like, this isn't fun for me, right? So that's my TED Talk. But what we are going to do, we'll do some arm curls. Why? Because out of every body part, Arms are the best, honestly. Whew. I'm just gonna do some hammer curls here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. Whew. How we looking? How we looking? Oh. Oh. Now for everyone's favorite, squat jumps. Joking about everyone's favorite. Squat jumps. They're great. They're a great explosive workout. Good to throw in. You can do them kind of whenever. It's not like a right time to do it. But if you're trying to work on that kind of just body weight explosive power, definitely do them. They're worth it. And they'll get that heart rate through the roof. But yeah, that whole workout took me like 44 minutes, a little bit longer if I wouldn't like move the camera around or whatever. So you're probably looking at 55 minutes, so just under an hour, because I didn't take very long breaks to begin with. My breaks were kind of in between moving the camera around to different angles. So I'd say, you know, probably another 6 to 10 minutes total of between rest and camera setting up. So super easy, not a hard workout. Like I said, treat if you've already kind of hit your workout during the week, like if you're just doing like a 4-day workout and you like to use the weekends as your rest, don't just rest. Don't give your body the opportunity to kind of tighten up, seize up. Who knows, you may have done a certain workout during the week that you don't notice it yet, but maybe there's a muscle that's a little tweaked and you want to keep that blood flow to it, right? You want to keep moving that muscle, not overdo it, but you want to get that fresh blood there. Do something. It doesn't matter what you do, whether it's do a quick little push-up, sit-up, air squat circuit, you know, some dynamic stretching, some yoga stretch, you know, some yoga type stuff just to keep that body nice and loose and comfortable. Get on a foam roller. If you have a cheap steam sauna or even a sauna, use it. Even if that's the only thing you did on the weekend, it's still good for you. Still gets that heart rate up. It's low impact, you ain't doing anything. Put your phone inside of a sandwich bag, watch YouTube, watch me, you know, like and subscribe, of course, you know, all the good stuff. But, you know, do something. Don't just waste away on the weekends. Don't think like, oh, I put in all this work and worked out this week, I'm just gonna veg out. You know, I'm gonna drink beer, I'm gonna drink alcohol, whatever. Beer is alcohol, but I mean like hard liquor. Eat junk, watch football. You know, it's Saturday, there's college games. Tomorrow there's NFL, all that stuff. Just do something. Earn it. Earn that piece of pizza, you know, on a Saturday. Earn that piece of pizza on a Sunday. Earn that beer on a Saturday or Sunday. But don't just sit around. Too many people do that. I have never been one to do that. One, I like working out too much to just sit around. Even when I know I have things that I need to do. But I will tell you this much, if I don't exercise, I am so unmotivated to do the thing that I need to do. So you may be like that, or it's just a me thing. Like I feel like I cannot do what I need to do until I sweat, even though I'm gonna go inside here in a minute and start working on my house and probably sweat some more, but this right here makes a difference. So everybody enjoy your Saturday. I'm gonna go and get this video edited real quick and uploaded. Yeah, if you like it, subscribe. You know, I get people that watch it, you know, even if you watch 5 minutes, 10 minutes, subscribe. You know, it helps the channel. There might be something in here that maybe it doesn't resonate with you, but if you like it, or you subscribe, or you comment, or do whatever, you know, it may find its way to somebody else. You know, there's little snippets of something that might be motivational. I know for me, when I watch something, I may not be really enjoying it, but I'll stick it out a little bit, and then there'll just be something in that video that kind of like goes like, you know what, that's true, right? So we all have a message to share. We all have something that we can motivate somebody else to do better. So that's my ask, is just hit that like, hit that subscribe. I try not to make super boring content. I know it's just me working out in my garage, but this is what I do. This is what I enjoy. And yeah, so everybody have a great day. Stay busy, stay motivated, stay dry if you're in the Pacific Northwest. But yeah, that's it. Peace.